everyone, I am Nemindi. I am in grade 6 from Maliyadeva Girls College, Kurunegala. Today I am going to present about wonders of the living world, which is our first lesson in science. As the beginning, let's see what are the living things. Living things means components with a growth. Living things can be classified into three groups. They are plants, animals and microorganisms. Animals. We can classify animals into three groups according to the way they consume food. They are carnivorous animals, herbivorous animals and omnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals means animals who feed from another animal. For examples, lion, tiger and crocodile. Herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals means animals who feed only on plant material. For examples, cow, panda and rabbit. Omnivorous animals. Omnivorous animals means animals who feed on both plant and animals materials. For examples, crow, squirrel and dog. We talked about our first group in living things. Our second group is plants. There are several types of plants in our environment. They can be trees, small plants, creepers, climbers and shrubs. Our third group living things is microorganisms. Microorganisms means organisms which are invisible to our naked eye. We use compound microscope to observe them. I shown a figure of a compound microscope. There are 5 types of microorganisms. They are virus, bacteria, fungi, algae and protozoa. We talked about what are the living things. There are 5 main characteristics of living things. They are respiration, reproduction, nutrition, movements and growth. Respiration. What is respiration? Respiration means the process of oxygen in the air once breathed in react with food stored in the body and produce energy. Do you know there are 2 processes in respiration? First one is inhalation, second one is exhalation. Inhalation means taking of oxygen gas into the body. And exhalation means releasing of carbon dioxide gas from the body. Animals use different kinds of respiratory organs to respiration. For examples, humans use lungs and fish use gills. Our second characteristic of living things is reproduction. What is reproduction? Reproduction means the process where a mature living being producing new members of same species. Our third one is nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition means satisfying the food requirements of organisms. Organisms can be classified into 2 groups according to the way they produce food. First one is autotrophic organisms, second one is heterotrophic organisms. Autotrophic organisms. Autotrophic organisms means organisms who can produce their own food. Most green plants are autotrophic. The process of green plants produce their own food using sunlight, carbon dioxide and water is called photosynthesis. Second one is heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic organisms means organisms who cannot produce their own food but depend on the food produced by other organisms. All animals are heterotrophic organisms. Our fourth characteristic of living things is movements. Both animals and plants show various movements to satisfy their requirements. Most of the animals can do locomotion. Locomotion means the way of moving from one place to another place. But some animals can do movements only. They cannot do locomotion. They are sea animal, coral polyp and hydra. Do you know? Plants also show various movements. For example, mimosa plant shows a sleeping movement when we touch. And tamarind and sesbania show sleeping movements in the evening. Our fifth characteristic of living things is growth. What is growth? Growth means the increase in size, height or amount. We talked about common characteristics of living things. That means on both plants and animals. But there are some differences also between plants and animals. Plants are autotrophic but animals are heterotrophic. Plants can do photosynthesis but animals cannot do photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is present in plants but chlorophyll is not present in animals. Plants cannot do locomotion but most animals can do locomotion. Plants have an unlimited growth but animals have a limited growth. There is a vast diversity among plants and animals. We can categorize organisms using presence or absence of a characteristic feature. That is known as dichotomous key. It is more suitable to use external features that can be observed easily. That is the end of my presentation. I hope you got an idea from my presentation. So thank you for joining with me. Have a nice day.